Yo, what's up? And let's talk about it right quick. This is a live stream, by the way. And Nicole X is right there. What's up, DJ? I see you. I know. I've been talking to them all night long, so hopefully people will get, yeah, they got a notification going out. So, enjoy this because this might be the last time you get a notification. Enjoy this. Celebrate this moment, as they need to watch the live streams and actually see how rare it is that people actually get their notifications. You know I'm waiting on that Manchester United game with Chelsea. Come on, man. Now here's the situation. Gervonta Tank Davis is a nice man. He's nice. Like he's really a cool dude. When you get to know him, he stays kind of guarded, like he don't know who to trust. But Adrian Brown have been knowing him, and we've been knowing Tank since Tank was 10 years old, 11 years old. Colorado Springs, the amateurs. He knows Sean Simpson. He knows Samaj J. Thomas. He knows everybody. So we watched Tank grow up. Big Nate, we all know Tank. I know, it's shocking that you got a notification. Believe me, the whole world is surprised they got one today. And for you guys out there who didn't know, Carcino is getting fiber internet today. I'm getting fiber internet in the house. So now they will have no excuse to say anything wrong. Chelsea ain't winning nothing. Manchester United is going to crush them. That means stuff are low like this. So we going to see. Will that make a difference with the live streams? Now, as far as this situation goes, what's up, Dapper Van? I see you. 25. Now, Tank was introduced by Adrian Broner. AB brought Tank into the picture and said to Floyd, help him out. He basically brought him in under Floyd's attention. Floyd started seeing how Tank fight, and they wanted to do something with Tank. Tank was already signed with Al Heyman. But Adrian, he wasn't in position to do anything really for Tank. So he told Floyd, can you, work with Tank, help him out? And Floyd was like, yeah, I look into it. And then he saw that Al was suggesting that would be a really good look because of the way Tank fights. And Floyd fighters on the card hasn't really lived up to their potential at the time. Badu Jack was the only one. Everybody else was starting to fade off, and it's like, it's looking bad. Like, oh, Mayweather fighters are not doing well, and everybody's bringing that noise to the table. So Badu Jack was the only one that was really standing out. He needed somebody else to be the lightning rod for the company. And Tank was definitely it. And Tank was bringing excitement to the fights, and putting on Showcase on Showtime. Floyd had definitely, before that even got there, Floyd did his job as far as getting them fights and putting them in the right situations, because that's Floyd's benefit with working with Al. Al was like, well, Floyd, he said, well, Floyd, you know who Tank should be in the ring with and who he shouldn't. So we gonna take your word on it. Because Floyd know fighters and be like, nah, I don't think he ready for that fight. Let's put him in with this guy here. This guy's a better mix-up for Tank. So that's how him and Al work together. And when it came to Tank, he first wanted Tank to be comfortable. He said, you know what? Move your mother to the suburbs. He gave Tank some money. He said, move your mom to the suburbs, man. Just move your mom to the burbs. He moved his mom to the burbs. Then he went and told Tank, he got him a car, he got him an apartment out there so he could train. He said, okay, now all you got to do is focus on training. That's it. But Tank he's not that mentally, they like to have nothing almost. You give them something and they see that, they get caught into the watches and the diamonds and all of that. Floyd's like, we gave them that, comfort, ease, so they don't have to worry about stuff like bills and mom's not in that good space, so they could just focus on training. But with Tank, it was entirely different. Tank dropped, like so much money, went to the club, dropping money down, and he's really like living the flamboyant lifestyle, went and bought another chain. Floyd bought him the dog tags and the watch. He got him a platinum like watch and diamonds in it. He didn't need anything else, but he went and bought some other stuff, and jagging the money off. So he thinking that Floyd just gonna spoil him with gifts because he has no sense of money. No, the thing was, he didn't do what he was supposed to do. And it's always somebody else's fault. You want to say they held me back, I did all this, I got this on my own. All the ways those fighters who eventually come around and be asking for a handout. They be like, hey, I need to get a handout right here. I need to get, y'all ain't do this for me. Y'all didn't do that for me. I need somebody to help me with this. I need somebody to help me with that, and they ain't do nothing. Nobody for me. Always when they in need of money, they need an advance, these things come up. There was no issues before that. When the money was there and you got your money and everything else, now nobody's doing nothing for you. Oh, they want me to lose. That's why they put me in there with that guy. He asked for Pedraza. Floyd wanted him to fight another guy. He said, nah, I don't want that fight. He wanted to fight Pedraza, and they said, all right, well, you said you ready, you want it. So they gave him the fight he wanted. So it don't make no sense. Some of the things that Tank says is like he just says all these things that he create in his mind. He says it like people are against him, but they're not even true. Like I keep telling people, he's not like all mentally there. He's combative, and he's from the streets of Baltimore. That's just what he does. But Floyd has no animosity towards this kid whatsoever. He just wants him to actually make it in the business. And it's always sad because it's at the end, he's going to wish he listened to Floyd. You can see it, the writing's on the wall. The writing is already on the wall. And in the end, he's going to wish he listened to Floyd. That's the end result. He's going to be another one of those fighters who in the end was like, you know what? He was right. Floyd was right. I was tripping. That was stupid on my part. That's coming. We all see it on the wall. So then he gets upset. Now, the Tevin Farmer fight was they was trying to do the Tevin Farmer and do all this. They don't. Mayweather Promotions and everybody else, Tank is trying to hold out because Tank don't really want to fight Tevin Farmer. He don't want to fight Tevin. He's like, nah, it's got to be a big event. It's got to be this. He's never even been on a pay-per-view. He never headlined a pay-per-view. He never done any of these things. But he's trying to dictate to Lomachenko what he want. Tank is just really caught in the limelight. And because he's caught in the limelight, these are the type of conversations you get out of Tank. And then he's like, he never said Floyd's name, but he's coming out, and Floyd's always, people always telling Al everything I do and all the money I spent and what I'm doing. Why are you telling Al everything? It's like, dog, he's trying to inform Al. That's his job, to inform him what's going on. You're their client. What was Floyd Mayweather done that was wrong to Tank? If you're a fighter and somebody pays for your mom to go live in somewhere comfortable, you haven't even really done nothing for them yet, and give you money to buy an apartment, give you a car, give you diamond watches and chains around your neck just so you could be comfortable. You had spending money, lavish gifts. He's spending his time promoting you. So hopefully one day you will bring in the kind of revenue. Because Tank hasn't really brought in any revenue. He's never headlined anything. They've just been putting him in fights. When he lost the title, he lost it on the scales. I was there, in there watching him in the Mayweather gym, and it was like he wasn't even training. And then his arm was hurt. And I'm like, well, it's like a week before the fight. And I'm like, it's a week before the fight. Dude, what is you doing? You know, and then people trying to really get behind him and help him. Like, man, let me help this kid because this kid is going to get hurt. So they tried to help him out as much as they could. So Floyd was like, man, what do you need? You know, and they keep coming back with advance money. He's like, look, man, this is no piggy bank. All this advance money stuff, man. That's why they're not making any money when it comes to these fights, because I've never heard anything about Yaya and Tank doing anything. If they were doing something like that, believe me, I don't think that situation would ever go down. Because if it was, it would be addressed in a very different manner. Very different manner. That's like a 17-year-old kid, man. We've been knowing Yaya since she was like 5 and 6. So definitely put some respect on her name. Bruh, if you saw that happening, believe me, if that was the case, it would be a different situation. A very different situation. Yeah, I was on the very first episode of 24/7. And no, Tank just got to grow up. That's just the bottom line. Tank has got to grow up and mature. And his problem is he thinks this is going to last forever. Your boxing career could be over tomorrow. And just because you got your crew with you and everything, people don't realize how real that Charlo situation was, dude. Floyd really went out his way because you guys thought of it like it's a promotional joke type thing. It was not. It was very serious. Tank hang out with very serious people in Baltimore. They're very serious. And his Be More people, they very serious. They're not about playing no type of games about anybody doing something to Tank, hurting Tank, anything. They to the wall like they supposed to be. So you just got to know there's certain people in life you could play with, other people in life you can't play with in that scenario and instance. So the Charlos is barking up and creating a situation that they shouldn't even be playing with because they're not street. They're looking for hits. They're looking for attention and building their name up. And you talking about two dudes that's really from the streets. AB and Tank, they really from the streets. No, you just gotta understand and know the right people to deal with and the right people who not to deal with in these situations. But Floyd has done and went over and beyond for Tank when he didn't even have to. He don't have to go out there and take with him and take pictures with Tank all the time and do all this stuff. He ain't got to do that. He ain't got to take him shopping to the Gucci stores. He ain't got to do none of these things with Tank. None of these things he have to do with Tank. Yet he chose to do them with Tank. Because Tank, he felt, got a career in the future, so Floyd's spending a lot of time building him up. Yeah, we all did that. Floyd spoiled him. And everybody have told Floyd this. Everybody's told Floyd, he knows. We've all told him, man, you spoiling these dudes way too much. Spoiling them. But what he's saying is, I'm not spoiling them. I'm trying to give them a better life. You know, the lessen the headaches. Because Bob Arum did that for Floyd. When Floyd came to California, he stayed with Roger. He got Floyd Mayweather an apartment. He got him put where he needed to be and said, you know what? Now y'all situated. You know, you got you an apartment. You don't have to worry about, you know, none of this nonsense as far as bills. Just focus on training and fighting. And that's all he needed. Then he talking like Adrian Broner talking about don't nobody bag me up. Don't nobody, man, they want me to lose. He's like, why would we want you to lose? He's like, Eric, they ain't with me. They all against me. Why are you worried about who against you? Floyd's like, everybody been against me. Everybody want me to lose. Do you think that was going to stop me from doing what I had to do? You see, people don't even look at it that way. They focus, their mindset is on what they need to get them motivated. Adrian need to focus and get into some madness to get him motivated, to be angry. Like they fight like an angry child, and that don't even matter. Floyd is like, I don't care what you do. I know I'm going to put the work in to be great. So I know I'm great. He didn't watch other people destroy themselves. But now that's all finna turn around. But I'm going to get out of here, y'all. I thank y'all for showing up for this live. I'm glad y'all got notifications this time. But my battery going to die, so I'm going to shut it down right now. I'll talk to y'all after the Manchester United game.